John Wall, I'm doing a 202 assist, you know what I mean, just to represent the residents in Ward 8. It's a place over there where the practice facility is where we get to practice at our go-go team gets to practice and play their games at the champion and Washington Mystics also get to practice and play their games at. Uh, I wanted to take care and kind of help these people. I know they're less fortunate going through tough times right now, not being able to pay their rent. So I think this was dope to try to get some help out and raise $300,000 to in a 30-day span to try to help them get as much money as they can to make sure their rent is paid for the next month or two or however long we can make it happen. I just think, you know, what I mean, I know like Ward A is like the most devastated place in DC that's like going through the most times in like the less fortunate area. And that's a big place to meet. You know what I mean, having our practice facility there. Another partnership I have with Bright Beginners, they have their building over there that's dope that we did things with them in the past. So I think just looking at that, in that place where I'm locked into and I'm always over there constantly every day seeing what's going on throughout the community, I think it was a big idea to help them out over there. For sure, you know what I mean? Just being in the area where I grew up in North Carolina, going through these type of times, but probably not at this level, you know what I mean? Never been on a standstill where we couldn't do anything, but just know that times you might not have a roof over your head or not have nothing to eat. That at times that was a big factor to me of seeing that and seeing what these families go through. And I think it was a big part of me. You know, like I said before, a lot of people give back and think that means a lot, but I think we was put on this earth to do something at another level. And for me to be in the position I am, I'm an NBA superstar with all the money and can do whatever I want. But I think just being present, talking to these people, going there and interact with them myself, I think that's what put a smile on them, their faces and make them feel like I'm normal just like them. I think we've been doing a lot of great things. You know, I think just with the organization themselves and Monumental Sports, they just been trying to do a lot of things that uplift that area over there. It's a down area that a lot of people probably don't want to go over there, be near, or talk about as much because what goes on so much over there. But I think when we put our team over there to give these some of them people a lot of life to come to games that they probably never would have got to or be able to come watch us practice, I think that's a dope thing. And then just to see us involved in that community because it was so died down, I think they're enjoying that whole process of it. Just like look at the go-go games, how they're packed. Look at the Mystics game, how their games are packed. Look at the things that like me and Brad and other guys have done over there of helping build playgrounds or turkey drives or backpack giveaways. I think that's all a dope thing that they are looking at too, and it's a tremendous part of us as an organization that we can pride ourselves off of.
A little basketball question for you, I guess. Number one, how are you? How's the rehab? Number two, how tough has this been to kind of be on the sidelines and being away from the game, the sport that you love? And I guess finally, does it make you appreciate this game and this sport being away from for so long?
Well, to answer your first question, I'm 110% healthy. Just still taking my time out to rehab, and luckily I have an opportunity to still work out while I'm at home during this quarantine or this pandemic time. So I'm fine with that and get myself in the best shape possible. When I had an injury before, I kind of talked about it, and I kind of understood how much I love the game, how much I miss the game, so never take it for granted. And I think that's the reason why I did opt in to have surgery almost 2 years ago because I was putting myself through so much pain for the game I love. And I didn't think that was right for myself and my body. So I said, let's take time off and get yourself right. So I understand how quickly this game can be taken away from you. That's why you see I always try to give 110% effort when I'm out there. And I try to play through all injuries because I feel like if it ain't broke, go play. And for me, if you take all the money away, I'm still going to play the game the same way I do because that's how much I love it. If you know me, I'm watching high school girls, high school boys, college, WNBA, whatever type of basketball it is involved. I'm locked into that. So I'm itching to get back out there. I don't know what they're going to do about this season. I think Adam Silver and them and Michelle Roberts, whatever they come with, they're going to do a great job of doing what's safety first for all of us players and our families and take care of us. And if they think it's getting back to play, they'll do that. If not, I think they'll stop the season and prepare for next year. Like I was saying earlier, talking to somebody, like we're so used to being able to go outside and do whatever we want to when we want to. And then we're all stuck in this as a whole world, no matter what race you are, we all stuck in one place where we have to figure it out. And I think the most important thing for us is doing whatever is best for us. And if they saying stay in and stay safe, do that. But if you have an opportunity to be outside, wear your mask. You know what I mean, that's the most important thing you can do. They're allowing us to be outside and do anything. Wear your mask. And I think that's a dope thing because me, you know, I donated a certain amount of masks to the workers in the hospitals at MedStar here and at the Rex Hospital where my mom passed that it gave them meals and gave them masks because those are the frontline workers that's putting a lot of stuff on the line for us. and they're sacrificing their lives to make sure some of our family members or anybody that gets sick with the COVID-19, they can get the opportunity to be there, try to fight it. So they get all the credit and all the hard work right now because they're sacrificing their lives. And I think that's the most important thing we can do is credit those guys and credit those people. And if we're gonna go outside and do anything or want to be around people, wear a mask and make sure you wash your hands.
Tommy and a lot of other people have been raving about your outside shooting. I wanted to get your sense of, do you have a target number of what you want to shoot from three, or how are you going to evaluate yourself going into next season?
No, I'm not worried about what percentage I shoot. Like if you know me, I take a lot of wild end of the quarter shots and half court shots, but I'm not focused on none of it. I'm just focused on getting back out there and watching how Brad has developed, how our team has developed, how we have made changes in the organization to prepare ourselves for next season and see what we can do. So that's what I'm locked into. I'm not really big on the percentage or analytic things. I just go out there and play the game as hard as I can at the highest level. I think it's dope. You know what I mean? I think just me riding around, I get to see everything. You know what I mean? Like the saying, it's like me basically being on the bike and being outside my car. I'm going through Southeast in the Ward 8 area where I see a lot of people that's sometimes waiting in lines to get meals or seeing things like that or seeing some people that can't afford anything. So at times you get people asking, and that's a big reason for me to be involved and see that is why I want to do 202 assists because a lot of those Ward 8 parents, like they are frontline workers, like they are working in the hospital, they are putting their life on the line for us. And I feel like the most important thing for them is to make sure that they rent can be taken care of or they can have food on their table. So yeah, I get a lot of love when I go out there. People be surprised it's me. They don't think they'll see me riding a bike through the city for 40 miles, but it's dope and it's something I love to do and I like to interact and see other people out there riding when it's a nice day outside in DC. It wasn't really just me so hearing some like got to hear so much about it. I see it every day. You know what I mean? Even though it wasn't the pandemic right now, a lot of those families still was having tough times of paying rent or just making sure they have clothes on their back or making sure they have food on the table for these kids. And I think when you see that and I come from that type of environment, I understand what they're dealing with every day. And I know with my mom having a job and barely being able to put food on our table, I understand would imagine if she didn't have a job. And there were times when we couldn't pay the light bill, and I know how hard it can be. So for me to understand and can adapt to that, and how much I get to see it every day of going to practice and going to the Mrs. games or going to go-go games, I understand what they're going through. So I felt like it was perfect to do a 202 assist and get involved into the community even more on that side there. Like I said, for me, like it doesn't, like I said, for me, I like to be involved in any event you probably seen me do or heard about. I'm always hands on. If it's from 9 to 9, I'm going to be there. I'm not one of those ones that think you just can give money or just say you did something for people. That doesn't mean nothing to me. I feel like you have the time to be there and commit yourself to community, do that because I never had opportunity to meet a basketball player or NFL star or any celebrity growing up. So if I would have had the opportunity to interact with them and have that kind of love and joy and tell them that they got the same opportunity I had when I was their age to make it to do something special in life, I think that's what they love to hear.
John, I'm just wondering what your home. I know you have a gym at home, but I'm just wondering what your home workouts are like right now. What's your actual routine at this point?
Well, luckily our team got a app, the Bridge app, that's dope for us to give us all our workouts and show us videos of like what type of weightlifting we need to do for the day. And then luckily I have like an Alter G and a Peloton, so if I ever want to get cardio inside when it's not great weather outside, I do that. If it's nice out, I go ride my bike. And then I have a half court where I can get shots up and do some ball handling. So that's kind of what my like workouts consist of. Well, you know, I mean, just being real close with Mad Browser since the first time that we thought about even putting a practice facility over there. I got to meet her, interact with her, and she does a lot of great things for the city. And I love it. I enjoy it. So I thank her for her leadership. And without her, a lot of this couldn't be possible. And she's putting her foot down. And I was like, it's something that I would definitely, want to do. She got to be involved. And definitely thank her, thank my family, my friends, the Miami team for all the hard work we do and just meeting together. And when I came up with this idea, they thought it was dope. They thought it was something that can mean a lot to the city. And it's just another thing that I wanted to do and something I can add to my list of ideas.
You and Washington Nationals now, I guess now, first baseman Ryan Zimmerman got together for the Pros for Heroes COVID-19 Relief Fund. How important was it for you and Ryan, who are both high-profile athletes here in DC for two visible sports franchises, to give back to frontline workers?
I think it's dope. I think it's dope. You know, I mean, anybody do anything like that, or doing something in the community that I can involve myself into, I definitely will. Ryan, him and his team reached out to me. I donated to them, and when I came up with the 202 assists, I reached out to him, and hopefully he'll do the same thing.
For your annual backpack giveaway that you usually do, are you still going to try and find a way to hopefully do that in a safe manner, if you're able to work that out?
Yeah, I can't think that far ahead. I'm definitely hoping I can keep it going, and me and my team are working on trying to figure out how we can do that and make sure everybody can and get their backpacks and everybody stay safe. So whenever we find out all the details of how we can get that moving forward, I will give it to you.
Hey, John, what would be your message if you could speak to all of the people over at Ward 8 about not only putting your dollars where your mouth is, but just words of encouragement for them as they go through this? What would it be?
Well, just know we haven't forgotten about you. You know, we still thinking about y'all over there. We're in it with y'all, like y'all fighting, we're fighting with you. So this is a big reason why I wanted to do 202 assists, because I understand what they're going through. So understanding not in this fight alone. I mean, everybody's with them, and if they see the donations and get it, I think that'll be dope for them. They're gonna definitely enjoy it. So keep fighting, keep putting in the work you can, stay safe. You are working, a frontline worker. We definitely appreciate all the hard work you're doing. And if you're not, and you can't get to your job, and you can't work right now, just understand this is the reason why I wanted to do this and try to take that burden off your back, to understand you can have your rent paid for and you can have somewhere to go every night. If you can't even afford food, you got a roof over your head.